Brad from Valley City Brewing. Today we're making a stir plate. Took about an hour and a half to make. Parts weren't that expensive. Probably assembled the whole thing for about $20. I'll put a list of supplies down in the comments section, and wasn't that bad to build. So we're starting off building a stir plate. We're going to use a 6x6x4, I believe, workbox. Has screws. It also has a rubber washer inside the lid. Won't need those screws for a while yet. So let's start off with a workbox. It's big enough. I'm using a 2,000 milliliter Erlenmeyer flask. Flask has to sit on the stir plate, of course, and found a box that was 6x6 that fits it just perfectly. So first things first, what we're going to do, let's go through some of the components we're going to use. Of course, the main component is a fan. We have some rare earth magnets. We have a rheostat with a knob, 12-volt power supply which will power the fan. We have 4 rubber feet and 4 large screws that we'll put through the bottom of the box that will support the fan inside the enclosure. So just have to drill some holes and get this all situated in here. What we want to do is make sure that we have this centered on the box. Take one of the screws. One last time. Just make sure this is square on the enclosure. And this will make sure that all these screws fit exactly in the right place. Okay, now we can drill our last 2 holes. And that's all we need that for. Screws out. And there's 3 nuts on each of these bolts. One to hold the bolt to the bottom of the enclosure and the foot, and then the other 2, and then the one at the top supports the fan and the one on top of the fan then locks the fan to that support nut underneath. Okay, so we'll take these all the way down. Last one. Okay. Now we have a workbox with feet on there that won't walk across the table when you're running your fan if it's off balance a little bit. So then we take our nuts, put them on top there, we work them all the way down to the bottom of the box. Just want to snug these up. That's that. Now I get to the tricky part. Sliding these down on here and have them all even, so you have to take that fan in and out quite a few times. And with that being said, I'll probably have to open up the holes on the fan so these screws fit together better. That tight fit is not going to be conducive to this thing going in the box. Okay, rule number one, always use a bigger drill than you think. That way you don't get stuck on the studs. There's no way that won't get stuck on the studs now. So what we'll do is we'll measure this, measure that. Now I'll take the fan, put it down on top of there, and that looks pretty good. So now we're going to test the wiring on the fan before we wire everything up. And I looked up the wiring schematic online, And sure enough, they are spinning. So know what the correct positive and negative situation on this is. There's 4 wires on this. The other 2 wires I just fold over and stuck back inside the insulation casing. And we'll wire this through the rheostat. Just make sure everything is good before we start getting everything finalized. So I believe the center one is that one. It's going to be the power to the fan. The power positive on this one should be the one with the straight line on it. Do it quickly. It's still plugged in. So then we'll take the negative, connect to the negative. And the positive just lightly grab it with the scissors. Either going to be that one or it's going to be that one. That one works. That one works. So let's stick that through there and twist it. Now keep in mind, this is just temporary wiring. We're going to solder all this. So we're going to have drill a small hole into the case to accept the wire. Which should probably be about like so. Take it in the bottom. And we'll unplug the power transformer. And that hole I drilled was a 1/8 inch, accepted that wire real nice and tight. I'll probably put some silicone sealer on that afterwards. Some heat shrink. Put one on each side. Okay. Like I said, we'll run heat shrink on all this. I'm actually going to use the thinner stuff on that also. We'll take that, put it on there. Always put your heat shrink on first, otherwise you'll forget. Then you'll have to unsolder it. We're going to take the power off of this one. We're going to go to there. Then we're going to take power. Okay, so we're going to put that back together. I'm going to plug it back in again. Make sure it speeds up. Make sure it slows down, which I can see by the fan. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not. So now we're going to solder all this up. And as I choke myself with the fumes, try not to leave that on there too long. A little more solder. Shake a little bit. I should probably add another beer. And that's it for the soldering. Okay, so we'll slide the heat shrink up. Get a little shrinkage going on there. And the other one also. Put that up on that center contact. We have one more connection to cover, which is the ground. And that's that. So I got the wire going into the case. You want to drill a hole for the rheostat. And I think I'm going to put this rheostat right above the power. This over. I want to make sure it's below where the fan's going to sit. You want to make sure it's below where the fan's going to sit. So we'll put that into there. Rheostat will come back through there. Now this rheostat has a little indentation for justifies up and down. Also helps when you turn it further than what the stop is, it helps it stop. So we're going to mark that and put a hole on it also. So where we scratched on the case, put a little hole there. Maybe when we put that rheostat in there, the rheostat goes up, and the little indentation will then go through there. So even if you got arms like gorillas, you're not going to be able to turn that past the stop without breaking that rheostat. Now we're almost done. So I'll put that in there, get that sealed up. Okay, now you can see how the rheostat is below all the nuts in there. You want the spinny side of the fan up, because that's where you're going to apply the glue with the rare earth magnets. Set that down in there. It looks like I may have turned two of these. So you just got to come up just a little bit. Put that back in. Actually, I want that one, and that one to come up. And that one still all have to come back up again. Did it willy-nilly there. Actually, that's not too bad. So now we put our 4 nuts on top. Don't drop it inside. And we find that this doesn't spin the stirrer inside the jar. If that's the case, then I will take it apart, replace the screws with a screw that's a little bit longer, get this fan up closer to the lid. So right now this fan's just got to sit on top like that. Erlenmeyer Flask is going to sit on top of there. So let me go get my award-winning stir bar and show you how we're going to do that. You're ordering stir bars come from the store. Now when you're ordering them offline, they come in different sizes. This one right here is a 25mm stir bar. That is barely big enough for what I want. I'm probably going to go with a 50mm, but unfortunately the picture online looked about the right size. So we'll see how this works. maybe the rare earth magnets, as strong as they are, will be able to provide some serious magnetic attraction. Oh, those are hard to pull off. Okay, two magnets. Magnets are going to sit on top of the fan. We'll hot glue those into place. Then the stir bar will go inside the Erlenmeyer flask. And hopefully it'll be strong enough to spin it. Otherwise I'll have to buy some bigger screws. Now let me go get some a hot glue gun and I'll be right back. Drinking Irish right out of a Cleveland Browns glass. So let's finish this up. Always got to have a home brew to work on projects. So here we go. We got the correct polarity. If I put this like this, it kind of repels it. So I want to make sure these are the right polarity and everything is good. This will sit on here. So we will get some hot glue on the back of this. Borrowed my wife's nice pink hot glue gun. So we'll put some glue on both sides of that. And that is really hot. Don't stick your fingers in it. And that's on there. So I'm not sure if this is going to be tall enough right now because the studs, the whole fan is sitting down pretty far below the lid. Only one way to find out. Go ahead and put the lid back on. We'll get our flask. Wait a minute, I need a stir bar. Take a stir bar, drop it in the glass, put the lid back on, unplug our nice pink glue gun. Okay, that is way too small for this flask. But it looks like it's doing some funky spinning thing. Because I think at slow speed that might be okay. But unfortunately it flips off. So let's get some water in the flask, see if it does anything different with water in there. Do this. Okay, that's slow speed. And we got a vortex. So maybe that's on high speed. Maybe the water is just what we need. Because that is one heck of a good vortex there. Slow that back down to slow. So if you like the video, go ahead and click like or subscribe. If you want to watch more of my videos, I got 50 videos now. This is the 50th video. And cheers. Have a good one.